Hello everyone and welcome back to Planet Zoo. This is a rather different sort of video. We're actually looking at one of my older zoos. Well, I say older, a couple of months old, as this covers the Grasslands Animal Pack after its release. So I gave each animal from the Grasslands Animal Pack their own specific habitat, where I filled it to the max level of animals you can have. Some went over. But, yeah, let's get started. And this is just a good way to cover all the animals that are in the pack, rather than having to squeeze them into the franchise zoo. So, the first animal we have, now, just a bit of a notice, this zoo is based off the trailer, or trailers, so hence why you've got some buildings like this, and landscapes like this. So, the first animal we have is the red-necked wallaby. Lots and lots of red-necked wallabies living around here. Gave them a nice sort of billabong habitat. Sorry for the lag, there is a lot of grass that I've placed down. All those polygons and pixels. Yeah, it's a bit frizzy. There's one drinking. Yeah. I'm actually really proud of this zoo because I put in all the effort to get it looking real. As real as it can be. And for the wallaby, I wanted to give it the two habitats I've seen it in. So I gave it the grasslands, which is what it has for the pack. Well, what it was included in. And where I see them, naturally, because I live in Australia and I see redneck wallabies every now and then. I mean, then there's no rainbow eucalyptus, but these were the best looking trees that fit the theme. Are there actually any wallabies in here? I don't believe there are. They're all out here though in the sun. Next enclosure over is the emus. So, got a little elevated walkway here. Now the signs that have been coming out for Planet Zoo recently are some of the best ever. Oh, we got one running, two running. Okay, so most of the emus seem to be over here. Now this is one of the animals that really needed to come into Planet Zoo for the Australian sections. It is Australia's most famous bird, alongside the cassowary. Well, Australia's most famous flightless bird, because I think the kookaburra actually tops the emu in a few cases because of its iconic call. But we've got the emu here. I just turn it up so we can hear their calls. Yeah. I put all sorts of the grasses that came in the pack in. Just to give... Oh, there's an emu here. I didn't even see it. Yeah, sorry for the lag. I mean, I could pause it. Make it somewhat easier to go around the place. But it's best to see the animals moving. But, we can really get some good looks at the animals. Oh, look at that. Absolute stunner. Yeah, so the habitat goes all the way out here. There's some more emus out here too. Yeah, I was almost tempted to put red kangaroos with them. But I thought just do the animals that are in the pack. Keep it respective to what I was aiming for. So those are the two first exhibits, and I honestly really like them. They are very nice. Moving along, I did a bit of grass work here. Doing all the different grasses that are in the game. The blue stem is probably my new favorite. Oh, all the guest voices! And now we come to the biggest habitat in the zoo, that of the blue wildebeest. Yeah, I've got a fair few in here, as you can see. I want to give them a really large habitat because they are a migratory species. Look at that. Even wanted to blend the back in a bit. Listen to those calls. Those are iconic. I got a wildebeest up here too. Yeah, so blue wildebeest, many people weren't sure as to why it was added, and that took the place of a much more deserving species. I disagree with that because the blue wildebeest symbolizes all of Africa's grasslands. It is possibly the most iconic animal of the grasslands outside the Big Five due to its widespread numbers and its magnificent migration herds. I also really like the sign. The art that was put into these signs is great. But yeah, they're also very well done. You can really draw a contrast between this, the blue wildebeest, and the black wildebeest in the base game. If the fur were to be updated on many of the base game animals, they wouldn't look out of place in comparison. You have the very stylized animals of the base game, and then how the game has evolved has shown how the textures have improved. And if Frontier were to do that, every animal would look as good as the other. It would be a balance with all the animals. Like even the babies, they look a bit better than the black wildebeest babies. Yeah, they're just an awesome animal to see. Now, before we move left into the rest of the zoo, we need to do a bit of backtracking. I just realised I didn't quite finish the path around here. So, might as well do that. Oh, what size path? 6? Yeah. And I will show you in a second the most controversial animal of the entire pack. Mostly due to the fact that it required a redesign because many people were not happy with it. I was actually one of the people to speak for it, as I wanted to speak for the game. Like, get the animals looking the best it can. And that's exactly what happened. So, myself and several other members of the community banded together and we actually got the striped hyena remodeled. And here they are. They are asleep right now. But yeah, face looks a lot better than it did. It was really just the face that needed to change. The rest of the animal was great. It was really just the face. That has been the case with other animals that have had remodels, or you could say facelifts, technically. So, they just needed a better face to look closer to the real animal. If the spotted hyena were able to get a similar thing, and many other animals that are in the base game were to get some sort of remodel or remaster to look closer to the real thing, that would be amazing. Especially the red panda. Like, the red panda, I think, really needs a remodel. Like, yeah. I've seen real red pandas. I've met real red pandas, and they look nothing like the one that is currently in the game. There is a remaster out there, but I'm not really using mods because I don't want to necessarily use the stuff that the developers are encouraging not to. I would like to encourage the developers to look at the animals and learn from past experiences. Look at the size. Oh, look at you going up there. Yes, this is the striped hyena. A much more flattering looking animal than it was before. With a beautiful face, beautiful ears, it now stands above the spotted hyena in terms of quality in most people's eyes, and I can agree. If every animal were to get the treatment of the striped hyena, the binturong, and somewhat of the dhole too, every animal in Planet Zoo will really look fantastic and like their real counterparts. Are they going to do a social interaction? Oh, listen to that. Yeah, they live in the driest habitat because they live in the driest area. But yeah. So that is the striped hyena. Moving back past the blue wildebeest, we come to the habitat which has a much taller fence than the other side, mostly due to the animal it contains, which is usually hard to find, but luckily I was able to spot it. This is the caracal. Caracals are an elusive cat of Africa, and were actually highly requested as a small cat. And we finally got it, and it looks magnificent. It's very enchanting, mesmerizing ears, and the animations they did, like the ear flicks. It's just really nice to see detail go into some of the smallest details that people would find insignificant. But the caracal shows the detail that goes into these animals. Some people said the tail is too short, but tail lengths vary based on the animal. It's not all the same. Like, you get African painted dogs with different lengths of tail, so who's to say that other animals don't get the same? Now, where the other caracal is in this habitat, I have no idea. This is one of the other grass-filled... Oh, there we go. It was just hiding, perfectly camouflaged. And you can see she has a much lighter coat than the male. She's just going to chill. I love how roars echo when under rocks and in like cavernous areas. Like, they're much louder. Yep, and it's hungry. Hello, cubs, but not right now. Yeah. Oh, the caracal sign too. Fantastic. But what most people's highlight is, for this pack, butterflies. Another walkthrough species with not one, but 5 varieties. We have 5 different butterflies in this one pack. You have the blue morpho, Menelaus blue morpho, the European peacock, the cloudless sulphur, the monarch, and the old world swallowtail. So several species from our planet's grasslands. Would have been interesting if they include the Alcon blue, which is an interesting butterfly I learnt about a few years ago, which had an extraordinary life cycle where the grubs are taken underground by ants and are fed by the ants until they're large enough to pupate. Then they come out as an Alcon blue butterfly. Then they also... Oh, and I built this dome. I used the dome techniques that I've seen in tutorials to build this. I also didn't realize that North America's temperate map was an island. So it's interesting. If we could have different versions of a map in a certain biome, that'd be great. But like, I love the echoes. So I put 2 exhibits in with several butterflies. Lots and lots of butterflies. there are more individuals of different species in others than the other. And moving on to the last two species of the pack. Two of the most praised, not just because of their detail, but also their relevance to the theme. Iron-banded armadillo, being the flagship of the pack, is also quite small, and I do not know where they are. They're all outside, but where? Oh, here we go. Got one of the adults here, and there's a youngster. Yes. So we got a youngster here, and an adult. So I heard other feet. They're very interesting sounds too. And there we go. There's another one. This is Alicia. So apparently they updated the armadillo's shell. That like when it bends it works better. And it seems like it does. Yeah. I think since the last time I saw the armadillo, they have changed it a little bit. But it is a very well detailed animal. Like, you got all the different hairs. You can't really appreciate it with the lag. But, yeah, and the individual scales on the shell, nodules, and all that. Yeah. And then an amazingly detailed little animal. And now for my personal favourite of the pack. One that I'm sure you are all familiar with, based on how much I've included it in our franchise play, the maned wolf. This is the animal that got most people excited when they first saw it, because it was one of the most requested, and it is a symbol of grasslands of the world, found across the South American grasslands, and is the tallest of the canids. And yeah, just their odd appearance makes them unique and a worthy addition of being included in Plant Zoo. And now that we actually have it, we no longer have to ask. There are still many animals that need to be added to Plant Zoo until it is peak perfection. We've got so many animals that people have really wanted, but there's always room for more. There are still a few niche species needed. Like, we still need flying birds before anything else, really. But I'm proud of this zoo. I loved building it, and I cannot wait until the next DLC to build a zoo for it. I think that's what I'm going to be doing for every DLC into the future, depending on how long that will last for Plant Zoo. But yeah, if you enjoyed this little tour of one of my zoo builds, leave a like and subscribe to see more. I could actually do a few zoo builds based on each pack. So, like, I can do a pack, a zoo for the Arctic pack, the Aquatic pack, the Australia pack, the Southeast Asia Animal Pack, the North America Animal Pack, wetlands, conservation. I'd actually love to do a conservation pack zoo. That would be great. But yeah, let me know if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.